Monday this week. Pardon yourself for the little hiatus, but we back. Also, the HoodHealth podcast dropping this week, and also the other co-host podcasts I rock. Can we even talk about that? All dropping this week. You know, all the rah-rah and ad-libs, check for the link in the bio to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, all the streaming platforms where the podcast is available, all up in the link in the bio. My father always told me in terms of history that, the way that Western history is taught is, the movement between wars. There's other ways to graph history, like using guardians to tell, the history of a people. It's an ill idea. All I have to say is read the article. It's so on point and so true. And growing up as a black boy in the wilderness of North America, it's true. It resonates heavily with me. Though this is dealing with a sad issue, it's also a reminder that black and brown people have unique ways by which they grieve, and music is always part of everything from celebration to memorials and things like that. Don't ever fucking at me when I say that white supremacy is a fucking death cult. White supremacy, white pathology, white fragility, whatever you want to call that bullshit. Death cult. See, this isn't fucking bodies from slavery. This is fucking bodies from like the 80s, alright? Children's bodies, young girls' bodies. They just decide to take those bodies and just parade them around. Check the article, because the way that they, spin it out there, it's like only white people care about the environment. Nah, black and brown people, we've been yelling this shit forever. I mean, it's part of our traditions and history anyway. Stewardship of the earth. Look like my ass gotta make a trip to Oakland. I don't co-sign that many people, but I co-sign my sis Amani, She just good peoples, and she about that life, and her work and art is phenomenal. So, chip a few coins away, right? It's about fucking time. You gotta read the full article to get the gist, but the gist is that, like, Get Out and the Lovecraft Country and everything, those things were good because they were written by black people for black people, right? The problem now, though, is that people looked at those things and think they can make similar things, but all they're really making is basically trauma porn for white people. Black people don't need to see that shit, and there's no kind of resolution or anything in their writing, so yeah. Though this article is focusing on COVID, racial health disparities fuck shit up for black and brown people. The root cause is that the nursing homes are overcrowded. So, of course, deaths are going to be high with any type of outbreak. We can't do enough to honor those who came before us. This is definitely a good look, though. It's a way to, make sure that this history isn't forgotten and that people's lives are honored in some kind of fashion and literally some kind of light point that you can check. It's always a great thing when black people are out there doing that self-definition. Definitely check the site. I pretty much co-sign everything that they pretty much highlighted in terms of this Black Health Bill of Rights. Let's go.